Welcome to Global Goods Exchange. It's our first dev diary. And here today, we're going to talk a little bit more about where the platform's at right now, where things are going, and as we end the first quarter of 2026, the things that we've accomplished. We're going to talk a little bit more about AI integration and a number of different things. But I'm going to start it off with Spencer Connaughton, our CEO, and we're going to talk a little bit more about where the platform's at right now, how many customers are engaged in our pilot, and what we're doing. Spencer, go ahead and take it away.
So we have 5 partners using the app to trade with 77 of their counterparties. One of them is using it every single day. We've got one using it every couple weeks, and we are in some early pilots with a couple of others as well. And I believe in early 2026, we're going to see their usage really pick up. There's a lot of features that we really want to add to it in 2026, but the core functionality is there. The functionality that allows you to create orders, that allows you to syndicate those orders to your counterparties on WhatsApp, via email, and via SMS is built out. We're also running a pilot with another chat platform, which maybe we can talk about in a future dev diary as well, but that's a pretty exciting partnership that we're working on. And all of those messages go through our AI broker.
Awesome. Thanks, Spencer. So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the AI broker. We call it Broker AI. It's a core component of Global Goods Exchange. So let's talk a little bit more about how it's integrated and generally what it does.
The way that Broker AI is integrated with our chat system at the moment is whenever your counterparty sends a message to our platform, our AI trading assistant processes it for you. It figures out whether it's a pass, whether it's an acceptance, or whether it's a counter. And if it's a counter, stores the information in a structured format and can present it back to you in a structured way. So instead of you needing to go conversation by conversation and figure out what your counterparties are doing, you can see it all in a single view.
That's great. So what are some things in 2026, maybe specifically the first half of 2026, that we can expect to be added to the product?
What Xander, our new AI engineer, is working on in 2026 is what we call multi-order mode. So, and actually it's quite amazing. He built our original prototype, and that prototype has carried us through to today. It's actually live and we're using it with customers. And it works great, but it only works for one order at a time. And believe it or not, it's still using GPT 3.5, which for the non-technical out there is a model that's over a year and a half old. In AI time, you might as well be back in the Stone Age. The new system will allow people to send their counterparties multiple orders at once and can interpret sort of multivariant responses. What that means is that if you send someone an order for red widgets, green widgets, and blue widgets, and quote them a price of $10 per widget, they could respond with something like, don't want green, I can do half that price for red, and the price for blue looks good. And the new system can parse that message and break it out into a rejection and acceptance and a counter.
Awesome. That's actually super exciting. I'm really stoked to see what happens with Broker AI, especially the first half of the year. So let's talk a little bit more at a high level about Global Goods Exchange. Now, obviously, there are a myriad of traditional ways of doing, commodity trading and commodity exchange stuff. So, obviously, Global Goods Exchange is approaching this from a very different standpoint. So let's talk a little bit about the differences in trading commodities the Global Goods Exchange way and via maybe a traditional commodities exchange platform, and why Global Goods Exchange might align to different types of trading.
On a traditional commodities exchange, you know what it is you're getting, right? You're buying a bar of gold or you're buying a ton of coffee, and everyone has agreed to what the standard contract is and what you're going to get under the standard contract. It's almost completely fungible. With the types of non-standard wholesale commodities that ggx trades, there's a lot more variance between each product, potentially even day to day. So the same trader could be trading red widgets one day and blue widgets the next day. And their counterparties are going to be quoting them different prices based on the details of the attributes in those orders. And so traditionally, people who have tried to solve this problem have tried to do so by building these increasingly complicated UIs that both traders who are originating orders have to learn and their counterparties have to learn, building these walled gardens. Whereas with us, once someone's created an order on our platform, counterparties can just respond with natural language and trade it much more easily. So what we've built so far is a cross-platform Flutter app, for those of you who've used Flutter before, great framework, which people can sign up for, app.ggx.trade if you want to go give it a try. They can sign in, create orders for a variety of goods, add their contacts, and message them just like a normal chat app, except with this enhanced order messaging capability built in.
Sounds great. So let's talk now a little bit about sort of the first quarter of 2026, which we're putting in a rearview mirror now. What's it been like working with these customers, and what can we expect to be built in the platform in the near future?
So I'm really excited for Q1 2026 because it's the first development iteration that includes a lot of really, really great feedback from our customers. We are working on multi-order mode, so the ability to send your counterparties multiple orders at the same time for the same good or for different goods. We're working on some bug fixes and UI enhancements for email. And of course, we're shipping the new updated AI agent that's going to tie all this together in a really, really cool way for our customers, I think.
Awesome. I'm super excited to see, especially with this first quarter behind us, working with all this real customer data and starting to really provide value to our pilot customers, like, where things are going to go moving forward. So yeah, super exciting. In future versions of our dev diaries like this, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about upcoming product roadmap features, things that we're working on in the near future, and things that we've just integrated in the last maybe couple of sprints, things like that. So just keep keeping an update as we proceed along with active development of Global Goods Exchange. If you have any questions at all, please just go to ggx.trade. It's very easy to sign up for a demo or contact us if you have any questions at all. Thanks so much, and we'll see you at the next Dev Diary.